Hi, good morning. It's Lindsay. And in about a minute, I'm going to be doing a mindfulness session on compassion. And so you can do this session seated or lying down, however it's most comfortable for you. So we're going to use difficult emotions and recognize them as a form of suffering in this meditation. So you can close your eyes or adjust your gaze downward, however it feels most comfortable for you. And you can take a few slow, deep breaths. Without changing your breath, just be aware of your breath as it comes and goes into your body. Through your nose or feeling it in your chest or your belly, just feeling your breath. No need to change anything, just feeling the sensation of breathing and sitting or lying. Now call to mind a difficult emotion that you've felt recently, whether it's fear or anger or jealousy, whatever that emotion is. And just notice how you feel about that emotion. Are you ashamed of it? Do you dislike yourself for having that emotion? Do you feel like you should be able to prevent that emotion from arising? Do you consider yourself bad or wrong for having this difficult emotion? Now, see what happens if you recognize that this fear or anger or jealousy is a form of a painful state. It's a form of suffering. So, see what happens to your relationship to this feeling as you see it through the lens of suffering. Now, take that difficult emotion and see if you can feel what it feels like in your body. Do you feel a tightening in your chest? Do you feel some kind of constriction? Do you feel the need to shrink away from that emotion? See if you can hold it through the lens of suffering and hold it with a little bit of kindness and compassion. So notice that you still have that feeling, that difficult feeling. So that difficult feeling is there, but also there's some compassion at the same time, some kindness toward that feeling. So see if that changes your state in any way. So if that feeling returns, that difficult feeling returns, and you start to judge it as bad or deficient, see what happens when you add the lens of compassion to it at the same time. We don't have to change difficult emotions. We can still be with them. We don't have to react to them, make them go away, change them. We can sit with them. And having that lens of compassion toward yourself is often useful. You can see it as a form of suffering. Now imagine someone that you know having that same feeling, a difficult emotion, whether it's pain, anger, greed, jealousy. See if you can recognize that in them, there's probably a form of pain and suffering that's leading to that emotion. See what happens to your labeling of that. Does it help you? You can still respond to that person. You can protect yourself. You can take action. You can set boundaries. But does it help to recognize that this person may be acting from pain? Giving you a little bit of perspective. It doesn't mean that you need to be a wet blanket. You still respond. You still protect yourself. You still protect others. But having that lens of compassion can be helpful. So, recognizing that we all experience difficult emotions, and depending on what's happening in our lives, they come up for us, depending on the circumstances. And that you do not have to label, feel disgust, feel aversion at these difficult emotions, but seeing them through the lens of kindness to yourself or to others can often be a little bit transforming. You can recognize, oh, I'm having that anger response, but that is also a painful response, and I can cut myself some slack. I can just see it faster, recognize it faster, take action sooner, or just sit with it and recognize, oh, yeah, here it is again, that feeling of anger. It doesn't have to transform and take me over, but I can be with it. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes if they were closed and just pay attention to how you are when you recognize difficult feelings coming to you. Just recognize that you don't have to label them, you don't have to label yourself as bad or wrong. Just see them with a little bit of neutrality. So thanks for joining me today and hope that you have a mindful day.